Yeah, let's watch the Harry Potter shit. I'm curious about it.
All these so-called controversies in the gaming community, all you have to do is shut your phone off.
Let me just like turn it up a little bit. There we go.
And they no longer exist. For quite a few years now,
There we go.
this has been the main struggle for me as a YouTuber as well. On one hand, I enjoy getting to share my opinions with you all on gaming news when it's something that I feel really matters.
I feel like I missed something. Like he's just.
You know what's the best thing about all these so-called controversies in the gaming community? All you have to do is shut your phone off, and they no longer exist. For quite a few years now, this has been the main struggle for me as a YouTuber as well.
I'm just gonna say it like this, right? Like,
for quite a few years now, this has been the main.
There's gonna be so much fucking porn made out of these guys in the game. Like, Rule 34 artists are gonna go fucking insane with these guys. Like the Minotaurs, or what the fuck those things are called. Oh my fucking hair looks so dog shit. Minotaurs with like the school children. There's gonna be so much fucking porn about that shit. Like, you can already fucking count on it.
Struggle for me as a YouTuber
or something.
Well.
I already have that.
On one hand, I enjoy getting to share my opinions with you all on gaming news when it's something that I feel really matters to me. But on the other hand, the realization kicked in with me a while ago that too much of this news is simply fabricated. We live in a world revolving around social media, where people have incredibly low attention spans, and where any one voice can be elevated to.
Man, I love Hentai. I love Hentai too. I gotta say, man, like, I'm gonna be correct. Like, did you ever, like, remember all, like, the Amber Heard shit and stuff like that? And, like, all the, everything thing with, like, time something blows up on Twitter? People forget about it in 5 days, and then it just goes away. Unless some massive thing happens that then brings it back up into the light, everybody forgets about it and moves on to the next, right? And then it's like a cop like a black cop that shoots another black person, and then somehow it's white police's fault. Like, every single time, like, there's something that's always gonna fucking happen. I have the director, still don't know shit, changed for it. Okay, I'll look at it later.
Appear like it's representing a
Amber Heard, true. And man, I still hope if they're gonna, like, you know, the Justin Roiland trial, if they like stream that shit, it's gonna be so funny if he does the Morty voice in the court. I'm gonna laugh my fucking ass off, and I'm gonna watch that shit.
Much larger group than it is in reality. Meanwhile, content creators are in a constant struggle to gain their audience's notice, so we love nothing more than to make use of this and lean into people's emotions as much as possible. I say
of course, into clickbait as well. Clickbait is a big fucking thing, guys. If you guys haven't, like, heard about this thing called clickbait, it's amazing, guys. It's fucking amazing. That's when, like, you can literally basically trick people into watching your videos. It's so fucking good, guys. It's so fucking good.
Because I'd be lying if I said I didn't take part in it myself as well. After all, here I am, making a video about the Hogwarts Legacy boycott, a topic which is bound to catch plenty of eyes, but otherwise, honestly, wouldn't be something much on my own mind at all. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm still in the process of finding the ideal solution to this problem of my own. I could never go back to making content on a daily basis on this channel like I used to many years ago.
I feel like everybody that made videos, like, every single day, like, I gotta respect the fucking grind, but you must be looking like a fucking, like, basically, like, a tarnished, like, not tarnished, what do you call, like, from, like, Dark Souls, you know, and if, like, when you don't take, like, humanity and just, like, a little, like, shriveled up fucking being, like, basically a guy that hasn't fucking drunk water for 2 years. That must be what you look like when you make videos every single day, and there's just no way you can keep up with that shit.
But I also really don't want to go months without making
When Charlie
videos
covers
anymore,
drama, it would be dead. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But, like, when Charlie covers it, or every single information usually already come out, and then the thing's already dead. Well, sure, it's a good video that he posts, right? But, like, there's nothing left of it. Everything is pretty much known. Everything is fucking done with it. Like, everybody's already moved on to the next thing that he then covers when people moved on again. It's kind of when PewDiePie was, like, reviewing memes. Most of the time, like, the memes were already fucking dead, and then, like, it's just done. You know how you had a notification when you went live?
Because no topic really seems to suffice.
I don't really know.
Alas, for now, let's just skip my inner ramblings here and actually get to the point. With less than a month to go until the release of Hogwarts Legacy, there are increasingly larger calls for a boycott of the game. The main reason is because of J.K. Rowling, whose name is obviously attached to this product.
A guy had it gifted you a sub. Oh, okay, that's actually scummy. That's fucking scummy. Like, when you're looking at your Twitch notification, it's just like a guy had it. Yeah, it gifted you a sub. That's actually really, like, it's genius, right? But, like, goddamn, you had Bing cheating. Yeah, Bing cheating. I gotta say the whole thing with like again, I don't even know what the fuck like like what do you call it? Just like not just the Royal right, but like the I can't remember her name. I just heard it. But the girl, the woman that made like Harry Potter, like I don't even know what the fuck she said. I just know she's like anti-trans and shit like that. I don't give a fuck about it. But like everybody's just like in an uproar about it, and it feels like the closer we get to like release, the more people are against it. Like, and it's not even, you know, the people that make, you know, the game have nothing to do with her at all, besides the fact that they're using an IP that they licensed off her. That's it. Like, I feel it's so dumb that people are coming after developers and shit like that just because, like, they're making a game. Like, it's their job. If they got another IP and made a game of that, let's say, like, the fucking, let's say Star Wars, like, it's nothing to do with them, they're just making a game for it. I just feel like it's so dumb.
Being that she's the creator of Harry Potter's universe. In recent years, Rowling has openly expressed some of her views.
If sex isn't real, there's no same-sex attraction. If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of men meaningfully discuss their lives. It isn't hate to speak the truth. Oh my fucking god! Have you guys ever just looked at one of these like massive Twitlongers? When you're going down into the comments, just looking, you just like, your brain just starts like rotting more and more as you just like delve into the comment section of a fucking Twitter tweet, and it's just, oh my fucking god, like I can't handle it. It's just morons upon morons.
And the ongoing transgender debate, which, suffice to say, a large number of people severely seem to disagree with. Kotaku recently published an article highlighting a...
I don't use Twitter. Asus, you did the right fucking thing. Never get on that fucking platform. Like, it fucking sucks, dude. I use it to basically be depressed on. That's what I use Twitter for.
Taking place in a Reddit thread, where Rowling's comments were repeatedly called transphobic, and she was named...
So it's mainly an American thing? Yeah, you completed. It's definitely mainly an American, but you can see it everywhere. Especially, like, in Europe, like, Twitter's increasing even more. Even, did you guys see the whole thing, like, okay, let me give you guys an example, right, on, like, how like, Twitter and social media... let's just take Twitter for the massive example here. Twitter is massive in the West as well, when it comes to, like, Europe. And I can say that because... in England, the youth motherfucking K, you can be arrested for saying stuff on Twitter. Let me give you an example. A woman wrote something on Twitter, which was like lyrics to a song to a friend that died, and that like those lyrics contained the N-word. She was then arrested and fined for doing it online. Literally. Okay, so then whenever people are like, oh, the social media can't hurt you, it can fucking hurt you. Which is why you should just stay away from that shit. Just stay away. I'm contemplating every single day deleting my Twitter. I don't even go on it anymore. Like, I just don't want to have any like platform on it. And deleting my Instagram and deleting like my Facebook and shit like that. I don't even use fucking Facebook anymore, right? But like, you guys get the point. So yeah, it was a woman and not a man. I'm a furry, you know this of me. I have read so much stuff that makes me think my life and lose my sanity. Truth told, I use Twitter for porn and art, nothing more. Well, I kind of agree with that though. Like, I feel like it's fine when it's like porn and shit like that. I'm just gonna take my camera down here. But stuff like that, like, I don't know, man. I just feel like it's just so fucking weird most of the time, man. Like, people should just leave like. If most people on Twitter don't even have a sense of reality, because they spend all the time on Twitter. Then when they leave like the little like echo chamber on Twitter, they're pretty much like, and they talk with a normal person, like their arguments just kind of like, they don't mix anymore. Like, these people can't even like talk in society anymore without just being radicals or some shit like that.
So-called TERF, trans.
But did they arrested? Oh my fucking!
Exclusionary radical feminist. The thread, published on a popular Reddit, was named "A friendly reminder from your mod team that this woman is a TERF, and anyone who pledges to support her monetarily is also a transphobe." This same sentiment, not just about Rowling, but also ascribing her stance to anyone...
Friendly reminder about the game, the people who worked on it already been paid. This doesn't... No, they have not already been paid, the people that work on it, because they're working on a monthly salary. Shut the fuck up. These people don't know anything. Like... Guys, when was the last time you were paid for an entire project that took you 6 years to make? Did they just give every single developer $1 million? Like, what the fuck is this? have already been paid. No, they fucking haven't. Maybe the directors and shit that have been, or something like that, or like the people that like are ordered to make the game, sure. But the people that make the fucking game, right? They still have to pay the fucking people. Fuck you, Twitch, man. Twitch fucking wildin' when they just like allow you to do a Rule 34 fucking link.
Deciding to buy Hogwarts Legacy is being repeated across social media in larger numbers.
For your trans people, I will play what I want to play. Oh yeah, I completely agree. I could not give a fuck about PC, woke shit. I don't care. The moment I have an opinion about something is when they're forcing me to stop enjoying, forcing me to stop doing something. Like, I kind of get it. That you shouldn't, walk around fucking saying the N-word. Okay, sure, fine. But like, if I go down to a store and I wanna get a fucking Twix, and somebody comes over to me like, yo, you shouldn't eat that Twix, man. It was made by homophobes, and I'm gonna be like, okay, sure, buddy, and I'm gonna take my Twix and leave. Right? That's kind of like the opinion I have on it. Like, I don't care.
With each day that Hogwarts Legacy's launch is getting closer.
Rockstar game and GTA Online.
Now, without further getting into any of J.K. Rowling's opinions or my personal views on the discussion yet, let's first talk about the theoretical implications that a major boycott could have on Hogwarts Legacy as a product. While it's impossible to speculate about exact percentages, I definitely do expect a part of the game's sales revenue to go towards J.K. Rowling. Warner Bros. Games has basically been forced to make it clear she is not contributing in any way to the game nor its narrative.
It's just her IP that's being used. She has nothing to do with it. She's gonna get royalties, obviously, or she got like a flat price for like being able to then put the game out. Like that's what she's getting. She's not gaining anything in any sense of form from the game, other than like a little bit of cash. And at the end of the day, spending money on something does not mean you endorse it. Guys, remember to buy the deluxe edition, guys. Remember to do that. Because, like, it's going to make so many people angry. And it's going to be so fucking funny to see people, like, completely mauled out from it. It's so fucking funny, dude. I'm now having ice cream. Oh, send that shit over.
That she still earns royalties from any product based on her world is pretty obvious to me. While J.K. Rowling herself may already be filthy rich, and I honestly doubt that these sales will prove to become a noteworthy addition to her net worth.
It's kind of like, if you already have 100 million, like, gaining 2 to 3 more million is like, it doesn't matter. Like a couple million when you already have like so many millions doesn't mean shit. But she has a Harry Potter author and game set in the universe. I know you're just like, you're doing the /sarcasm, right? Like, you're just doing that. I just don't see the point of like hating on it, dude. Like, I don't get it. A bunch of talented people are spending their time making the game. Probably also crunch. Like, a bunch of people are like working on that game, and it just feels so like so nonsensical to start hating on it when there's no reason to do it. I will have to battle pass, etc. So I'll make her more than a few millions in a year. Hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna get the battle pass. I'm gonna buy all the cosmetics. The only thing I really care about this game is like, is the campaign good? And are they gonna make a multiplayer for it? That's all I care about it. Because the game is gonna die within a week or 2 weeks, and everybody play through it. And then there's nothing left to do, and then people are gonna like wait for the multiplayer. Like, that's all I care about this game. When people are like, because nobody has any constructive criticism about the game. It's only about the author. Like, it's just like, imagine if this game is like insanely fucking good, like insanely good, right? Like, it's like Game of the Year potential in like 2023. Like, this year's Game of the Year potential, and it's like, and they give it the Game of the Year award. Or what if it's so good that everybody agrees that it's Game of the Year, but the Game Awards won't give it to it because of like J.K. Rowling stuff? Is the multiplayer? No, it's not multiplayer. It's only single player, which is the biggest fucking insane dumb thing I've ever saw in my goddamn life. Why would you make such a hype game fucking single player? Make it a multiplayer, and just don't do what Red Dead Redemption did, where they just didn't give a fuck about the multiplayer and just let it die.
I also do understand that she apparently contributes to particular charities, not exactly in line with the views of those who are choosing to boycott the game. In other words, I actually think
the people that care about it is like and I kind of want to show like the thing on TikTok. I want to show that video at some point, but like, I'm not gonna do it right now. It's gonna be Game of the Year because Reddit wants to fuck with Twitter. Completely agree. The only issue is that Reddit, in my, like, what I've seen on Reddit, like, in a lot of my last, like, for a couple of years, it feels like Reddit is way more left-leaning. Like, it's kind of leaning more and more towards, like, the Twitter stance, which is, again, on the left. That I feel like Reddit at some point will become, like, more of, like, a left-wing place. And then, you know, the last, like, kind of, like, centrist or right-wing will be 4chan. If I got $1 million, I'd just stay home all day, not work at all, just pay bills, groceries, and gas. Yeah, I completely agree. Like, that's pretty much what I'd do. I'd be streaming every single day if I had that kind of money. I'd just be sitting here at home playing Oblivion. Then with like 2 viewers, and then like when people come in, like, yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? Not giving a shit. Like, who cares? I just want to have fun then. Oh yeah, it's becoming more left, but it still depends on what time of day you come on. Completely agree.
Valid point to assume that some of the money you'd spend on Hogwarts Legacy may go towards causes that could perhaps directly oppose those that would have your own support.
Or that money is gonna be used on the next game, so we get a Hogwarts Legacy 2, which I would not mind. With that mill, I would buy a beast PC and start streaming. Yeah, again, like that was like one of the things I wanted to do whenever I got my first my first good PC.
So, all in all, perhaps you may be surprised to hear it come out of my mouth, but I really
I gotta say, man, the graphics looks fucking great. Like, with the lighting and shit like that, it looks so good.
With people choosing to ignore Hogwarts Legacy for their own principled reasons. In fact, I honestly wish more people were this critical in their purchasing decisions, not just from a political perspective, but especially from the consumer side of things. Way too often nowadays do I hear people complaining about games taking a direction that they aren't fond of remakes that they feel are completely unnecessary, of characters written in a way where they no longer appeal to them at all. But when push comes to shove, out of sheer desperation not to miss out on the current new thing, their money goes towards these products anyway, be it at launch or during a sale as, I guess, a best case scenario.
Oh my god. I completely agree, Like, have you guys seen Ubisoft games? The last couple of Ubisoft games, like, have just been dog shit. I have not played, the last Assassin's Creed I played that was good was Black Flag. Every single subsequent, like, I played the Valhalla one, like, a little bit of it. It was so fucking garbage, man. Everything fucking sucked. I played, like, Ghost Recon, like, the newest one. It sucks so much. Unless you're playing with a friend. Like, Division 2 is just a shooting simulator. Like, every single game just sucks, but people keep buying it. Black Flag is fucking good. Also Forsaken, the game is out, isn't it? Any good? Like, as far as like Forspoken or Forsaken, what the fuck that game is called, it's so fucking bad. Most of those games they just fucking suck. And like Forspoken or whatever it's called is like really, really bad. Like, the scores on it, but it's not because it's bad. It's more like it's just so mediocre that it's hard to get through. I think that was kind of the biggest problem with it. Black Flag was the first Assassin's Creed. You started off really good. The issues was like everything after that was just not as good. And Rogue, Unity at best Assassin's Creed. Dog, this is the only Assassin's Creed game I played was Revelations and Unity, and I absolutely love both. Shit. Again, I think the first Assassin's Creeds and then up to Black Flag, that was like the best, and then just fell off after that.
Far too few of us seem to understand that.
But yeah, just to make end my point is the whole thing where like people keep spending money on dog shit, and they should spend money on good shit. As the
consumers, we are in control at the end of the day, and it's up to us to voice this unhappiness. We don't do that through meaningless criticism, yet cowardly shying away from taking any action. We vote with our wallet, and that is what brings across actual change. That being said, let's bring the discussion back to Hogwarts Legacy, and what I do take issue with myself. That's obviously trying to guilt trip others, telling them they're trans folks,
it is guilt tripping 100%.
Priorities, and dictating that they can't.
Like, none of them has any like actual criticism. It's just guilt trip. Completely fucking agree. Like, there's no valid criticism. Like, nothing has come out that there's been any crunch. Like, the developers are actually racist. Like, nothing about the people that are making the game has like come out and said like anything bad about it. Literally. The only thing is like J.K. Rowling transphobe. That's the only thing that's come out. Black Flag Rogue, Unity best Assassin's Creed. Spend money on Team Fortress 2. Maybe then after Valve gets another 2 mil, we'll get another update. Probably another update, yeah. But like, I would still like, if I was want something like, I would want like a massive like update for Team Fortress 2. Like one that just brings like everybody back. Like all the motherfuckers like me that haven't played that game in like 10 years. It would be fucking lit if they just like made a massive update.
Possibly be buying the game merely for the desire of what it actually offers. Taking this approach is always gonna blow up in your face. I'll tell you this much, for me it only achieves the opposite effect. A little voice inside of my mind would almost make me feel inclined to support the product now, if it wasn't just to spite those who think they can assume things out of me and label me whatever they want.
Obviously gets Tier 2 a little money, to completely agree, but the only issue with it is that a lot of people over the time has like fallen off, and I would love to see that game just like pop the fuck off. Like, I would love to see that game just, like, go monkey mode with, like, a massive update that just, like, spikes the player base, like, completely. Because I feel like that game needs way more love right now when we take, like, in perspective to games like Overwatch and shit like that. It gets? Well, yeah, it does. But I would love to see, like, it get way more. Because, like, I feel like TF2 is, like, the perfect, like, what do you call, like, character shooter with, like, operator shooter, what do you call it? I feel like it's the perfect game for it, and I feel like more games need to take like the Team Fortress 2 perspective of it, instead of like dog shit like fucking Overwatch. Like, I was not a big fan of Overwatch 2. I like the games, but then just not as fun as like fucking Team Fortress 2. Like, nowhere near as fun. But Valve no longer cares. That's true. They make too much money from it, to like even give a fuck about it. Give me 20 points? No. I don't think I should give
straight up toxic, and I'll be the last to give in to your pathetic threats, no matter how many of you may try to coerce me. Who the hell do people honestly think they are, telling others what decisions to make?
That's true.
Now, as you know, I'm in no way...
The people that give a fuck about other people's opinions and all that shit like that, like, it makes no sense. Like, I gotta say, it's kind of like, have you guys ever seen like a guy that comes into your stream and says like, yo, dude, you should add like so much more to your stream. Like, why don't you have a follower count on screen? And why don't you have this, and that? When they're talking to a person that does this and knows what the fuck knows what people want and shit like that, and the people come in for like the simplicity and shit like that, and doesn't want to completely overclassify it, like as a fucking, like, have you guys seen those like Pokemon streams where it's just like a massive overlay, like a little window for the like fucking game, and then like next Pokemon to catch and shit like that? Like, it's just so overwhelming. Like, never listen to people like that, because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, because they're a viewer. Don't listen to them, because they're not gonna stick around. Listen to the people that's been there for a fucking year or half a year, that's like been there for so long. They are gonna give you valid criticism, or another streamer. It looked like January where the most gamers don't play games and watch videos. 10th most played game today has players. Oh, you should be able to. I think, I don't know if I can, I actually don't know. Crap. Search view.
Way a blind apologist for Hogwarts Legacy as a product. And to be honest, as of now, I haven't even made my mind up whether I'm going to be getting it or not. I recently made a video analyzing...
I'm kind of already considering just like pre-ordering, just to like, and then post it on Reddit or something on Twitter. It's gonna be so fucking funny, dude, when people break out.
And I think I expressed plenty of reservations that I still have regarding the story, voice acting, and how satisfying the combat may turn out to be. Then again, like many others, I grew up with the Harry Potter books and movies, and I can't say that the promise of roaming around a rendition of Hogwarts this vast, expansive, and full of detail...
Oh my god, it's giving me PTSD, guys. I remember back in the days, in a Donald Duck comic, like Anna Sandwich means like, Donald Duck is called Anna Sandwich, Anders, that's like Anders Duck, pretty much like the direct translation. But like, I remember I got a demo for this like Harry Potter game that you could play for an hour. And what I thought was that I was doing something wrong, because I didn't understand English at that point. So when I put it into the PC, my mom's old PC, I could only play it for an hour. And I thought the reason why I was like losing every single hour was because that I needed to do something within that hour. And I failed every single time. My brain didn't like fathom this fact that like it was because it was a demo and it could only play it for an hour. Like, sometimes like when I think back of it, I was so fucking innocent with all that shit, dude. Hey, what up, Misha? Man, dude, I think like I'm so happy now. But I kind of miss those times when you don't even realize you were playing a fucking demo of a game, man. That was the best.
Isn't appealing enough in and of itself.
And I gotta say, like, every single Harry Potter game, like, I gotta say they've been fucking dog shit, besides the Lego games. I'm not a big fan of the Harry Potter games, like, old school.
All that I'm trying to say is that my decision to buy this game or not...
Just don't tell me Dobby is in the game, man. I hate that fucking character.
...will depend, and only depend, on the quality of the game that is ultimately delivered. Unfortunately, everyone seems to be expected to fall in line with the same one-sided political narrative nowadays.
There's no longer on sale because everybody bought it already. There's no more... Well, Do you know how many people, like, there's so many people that love Harry Potter, right? Like, I'm gonna say like this, like, kids love Harry Potter, and adults love Harry Potter. Mainly when it comes to adult, it's the women. Like, I know so many fucking women that just love Harry Potter. Like, a lot of my friends, they just left it behind their fucking youth. But a lot of people still like Harry Potter. And even the people that don't like Harry Potter still, they're still gonna buy this game because it looks lit. And it has nothing to do with the books. Nothing to do with, like, the books and shit like that. So it's gonna be, like, a completely new experience of it. Should have made it bought out. I would have loved to buy it. Don't understand why people like this shit. I don't know. I don't mind Harry Potter. I've been watching, like, the last 3 movies, like, over the last couple weeks, and it's actually, and they're really good. I feel like the movies are really good. I just don't understand the hype of it. Like, I'm a big Star Wars kind of guy. I love Star Wars, and I love Warhammer 40k and just Warhammer Fantasy. I love that shit. But to me, Harry Potter is just so boring. Like, the magic, in my opinion, is not really that interesting to me. Like, I prefer, you know, like, magic, like Fireball and shit like that. But there isn't Fireball in the Harry Potter universe. Like, there is, like, Incinerator, or whatever it's called. But it's like, I prefer, like, kind of like World of Warcraft magic and, like, D&D magic and shit like that. Like, I just don't see the big deal about Harry Potter. Like, I don't understand why you want to delve down into it. And the lore is just not, it's so childish. I agree with it is childish. But I do like this, like, game because it's going to take a very darker tone. But yeah, skål. Yeah. But yeah, I'm still going to play the game. And I hope it's, like, really fucking dark. Like Warhammer 40k kind of dark.
Refuse. Don't get me wrong, I've never had a problem expressing myself and taking conversations about games beyond their basic talking points. Honestly, as someone whose views admittedly lie mostly in the libertarian category, it's always been quite a lonely experience refusing to go along with any quote-unquote side, and having that comfort of automatically knowing I'll be backed up by the vast majority of my viewers who fall in the same category. But
not only that, but you're also going to be backed up by the majority. The majority of people you've already seen, right, are the type of people that don't give a fuck about, like, the social politics and just want to play a game in a set in a universe that they fucking love. Like, come on, it's. I don't feel like that's like a fucking massive big brain moment or like a big controversial thing. But a lot of people like Harry Potter. They finally get the opportunity to be in like Hogwarts. It is what it is. It's our magic system, to be honest, not as good as homebrew D&D, but still good. Yeah, I agree with you, but right, but like I still don't like it as much as many other things. But I don't know. It's just not my thing personally. But I would love to see I love to see like how they're gonna make the magic in the game work, because to me it looks dog shit. In the game it looks dog shit, but I hope it feels really good to use. Kind of like, you know, like World of Warcraft, kind of like fighting and shit like that, as like a mage and stuff like that, where there's a lot of like jumping around and stuff like that. I fucking love that shit. Also like just movies about magic and shit like that, like anime about magic system and stuff like that. I fucking love that shit. But yeah, Harry Potter magic, not my thing.
What I personally value is to always try and remain critical, neither shying away from putting myself in the shoes of those I actually disagree with, nor staying true to my own beliefs.
I just hope the reviewers are going to give it a fair shake, even though they're trans shit. This is always what has been of most importance to me, and that will never change. Now, before I end this video, I felt inclined to save my last words for the situation around J.K. Rowling herself, because I wanted to speak out. Guys, this is the controversial part, guys. This is the controversial part. If you were scared, hold your hands from over your ears. You don't want to see this. This is the scary shit.
Names that not only people, but even platforms like Kotaku are assigning to her. While I both understand and respect those that heavily disagree with her opinions, I believe that any labels placed onto people are nothing more than a simple-minded way to take any form of valid discussion away around the topics they speak up about. And to
guys, have you guys ever heard about criticism, right? And like sometimes you can like let me make an example, right? Let's say you know me, I am the best Toy 4 player that's ever been like created on Earth, right? And imagine I made a video, which I just did today. And in that video, I did something wrong, like something really wrong, and somebody was basically shit-talking me, saying I did something wrong, and then they called me balding, ginger, glass-throwing fuck. The moment I see them criticize something about me, their argument in my eyes just evaporates, because they would have no need to, be critical towards like me myself, and they should stay in the actual constructive criticism, or like criticism on in the game. Skill, exactly the skill issue. I gotta take another shot. What the fuck? But yeah, it's the whole thing like why you gotta criticize stuff about an individual and not just the actual issue at hand. Like whenever I see that, I just lose every single sense. They just lose credibility in my eyes. That's also why, again, I was again sometimes when I'm like reading the comments of my React channel. Again, I haven't made a video for that thing in a while. Whenever I make a video about that, I always just go like, and they make them like comment against me. Like I'm just like, fuck. Okay, this comment is just like, I don't care anymore. Even though let's say like 80% of it was like constructive criticism, and the rest was just like, just talking shit about me. Like I'm not gonna take that serious any fucking day of the week. Ugh.
Cast suspicion on anyone willing to go into a debate with an open mind. I can know because I've also been the victim of excessive...
I got for you is that your hydration redeem is so expensive, but it is because you're drinking alcohol 90% of the time, so I could be fine with... Listen, my alcohol thing is 700, because like even when you... Like whenever I have like a bottle of... Let me take like a bottle of soju right here. Sometimes like I'll just drink while streaming, like just like take shots. And to not, make you guys just like, yo, let's make this guy motherfucking drink, right? Like I have to do that. Bigger when I become I can make it even bigger when I become director. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Yeah, we can look at that after stream.
Being called certain totally unjustified names only with the purpose of trying to silence me and anyone even remotely agreeing with me into submission. Now, I have absolutely no desire to take part in the same conversation that she has started, nor do I feel it's a topic I have much of an opinion about at all.
Hydration.
In the end, not everything is something that I have to care about. For now, I think it's time I shut my phone off again and take a walk. Thanks all everybody for watching this video with my thoughts on the Hogwarts Legacy boycott situation. I really hope you enjoyed it.
I actually agree a lot with like what this guy says.
I'm still going back and forth here a little bit between if I want to approach these videos from more of a scripted approach like I always used to do, or if I want to go back to doing more on-camera type discussions. But let me know what you actually prefer yourself in the comments. I would really appreciate that. Of course, you could do me a favor by first of all hitting the like button on the video, but also of course make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, as one thing I can...
I gotta say, it's just gonna end already, but I gotta say, man, great fucking video. I already liked it before we went in on it.
I did my time, and I went out, so I refuse to have faith. It doesn't cut, the soul is not so vibrant. The reckoning, the sickening, packaging's a version.